The bold and the beautiful week of November 10th to 14th update. Hope and Steffy's uneasy truce. Deacon and Taylor's dangerous temptation. Luna's emotional meltdown, and the Spencer family's looming nightmare. As the bold and the beautiful heads into the week of November 10th to 14th, the lines between friendship, forgiveness, and forbidden desire blur across Los Angeles. Hope, Logan, and Steffy Forrester Finnegan, two women who have spent years in rivalry, will attempt something rare, a genuine truce. But peace is fragile in this world, especially when old wounds, buried emotions, and dangerous secrets begin to rise. Meanwhile, Luna Nozawa's descent into desperation from her prison cell will cause ripples throughout the Spencer and Forrester families. This week's episodes promise a volatile blend of emotional confession, romantic tension, and moral chaos. Here's the full breakdown of everything unfolding. Hope and Steffy, the illusion of harmony. The week begins at Forrester Creations, where Hope Logan and Steffy Forrester finally share a conversation that doesn't end in accusation or resentment. Their meeting takes place in the Forrester CEO office, a space that has witnessed everything from business triumphs to personal betrayals. Hope opens the conversation with a surprising dose of kindness. She praises Steffy's mother, Taylor Hayes, Rebecca Budig, for helping Deacon Sharp, Sean Cannon, find clarity through therapy. Hope knows her father's flaws better than anyone, and she's grateful to see him making genuine progress. For once, Hope isn't focused on rivalry but on shared appreciation. Steffy, who has long been defensive when it comes to her family, responds with something close to humility. She agrees that Taylor has done incredible work and admits that she wishes her mother could find the same fulfillment in her personal life that she gives her patients. Steffy's confession reveals a quiet longing. She doesn't want Taylor to be alone. It's a rare moment of vulnerability for the fiercely independent Steffy, who often masks her emotions behind her corporate authority. Still, as Hope and Steffy attempt to act nice, there's an unspoken truth simmering beneath their civility. These two women may share similar goals, protecting their families, healing old scars, but history never fully disappears. One wrong move, one misunderstanding, and this fragile truce could collapse like glass under pressure. Deacon and Taylor, forbidden hearts and dangerous proximity. Meanwhile, Deacon Sharp is facing a storm of conflicting emotions. His therapy sessions with Taylor Hayes have forced him to confront years of guilt, bad decisions, and self-sabotage. In the process, Deacon has developed genuine feelings for Taylor, a complicated attraction that neither of them fully intended. Taylor, being the consummate professional, has tried to maintain boundaries. When Deacon began showing signs of romantic interest, she urged him to return to his wife, Sheila Carter Sharp, Kimberlyn Brown. From Taylor's perspective, she was simply doing her job, helping Deacon repair his marriage and find stability. However, her heart didn't receive the same message. The bold and the beautiful spoilers indicate that Deacon and Taylor's suppressed attraction will reach a breaking point this week. One night at Il Giardino, the chemistry between them becomes impossible to ignore. Whether it's a fantasy sequence or an actual slow dance, Deacon and Taylor will find themselves emotionally entangled, the music pulling them closer until the world fades away. Their connection represents everything forbidden in their lives. Two people bound by guilt, drawn to the one person they can't have. If they cross that line, the fallout will be explosive, especially since Sheila still believes Taylor is the one who saved her marriage. In reality, Taylor's growing bond with Deacon could be the very thing that destroys it. Luna's meltdown in prison, jealousy, grief, and dangerous obsession. Across town, or rather, behind bars, Luna Nozawa Lisa Yamada is unraveling. Once a promising young designer with her life ahead of her, Luna is now a convicted murderer, locked away and increasingly unstable. The more she realizes how much life has moved on without her, the more desperate she becomes. In a stunning emotional sequence, Luna convinces a prison guard named Crystal Mosley, to let her scroll through social media. What begins as innocent curiosity turns into heartbreak when Luna sees a photo of Will Spencer, Crew Morrow, and Electra Forrester, Linnea Grace, together at their newly cleansed beach house. The image is a gut punch. Will, the man she once manipulated and controlled, is smiling, free, and moving forward with another woman. A Forrester, no less. Luna's tears quickly morph into rage. She feels betrayed, abandoned, and humiliated. Her emotional instability begins to tip toward dangerous obsession. The spoilers suggest that Luna's breakdown could trigger more than just tears. It could initiate a series of manipulations aimed at shattering Electra and Will's happiness. Luna has always been a woman of extremes. When she loves, she clings, and when she loses, she destroys. The question isn't whether she'll strike back, but how. Electra and Will. Love, innocence, and the calm before the storm. Back at the beach house, Will Spencer and Electra Forrester are blissfully unaware of the storm brewing in Luna's mind. They've moved into their new home after a spiritual cleansing, a symbolic fresh start for their relationship. Will, the son of Bill Spencer and Katie Logan, has grown from a spoilt heir to a young man trying to define his own moral compass. Electra, meanwhile, is the latest Forrester rising star, ambitious, creative, and determined not to repeat her family's history of heartbreak. Together, they embody a rare sense of peace on a show defined by chaos. But peace never lasts long in Los Angeles. Luna's obsession threatens to upend everything. Once she starts plotting from prison, Will and Electra's happiness will hang by a thread. B&B has a long tradition of using love triangles and dark psychological spirals to drive tension, and Luna's current arc feels like the beginning of something truly menacing. If she manages to manipulate her way out of prison, or enlist someone's help from the outside, the Spencers could be facing their most personal nightmare yet. Taylor and Deacon's secret. Hope and Steffy's collision course. While Luna's rage builds and Will's future teeters, another time bomb ticks quietly in the background. Taylor and Deacon's mutual attraction. If their slow dance at El Giardino turns into something more, the ripple effects will reach both Hope and Steffy. Hope adores her father and deeply respects Taylor as a professional and a mother figure. Steffy, meanwhile, sees Taylor as a moral anchor in the Forrester family. The moment these two women learn that Taylor may be harboring romantic feelings for Deacon, the same man who was once engaged to Brooke and is now married to Sheila, their fragile truce could implode. Their attempt to act nice could easily revert into open hostility once again. History has a way of repeating itself in this town, and peace between Hope and Steffy rarely lasts beyond a few episodes. The larger picture, families on the edge. What makes this week's storyline fascinating isn't just the drama, it's the symmetry. Hope and Steffy are trying to overcome history. Taylor and Deacon are battling forbidden temptation. Will and Electra are experiencing young love while Luna plots revenge. Each generation of these families grapples with the conflict between forgiveness and obsession, redemption and ruin. And hovering over it all is the question of legacy. Can any of them break free from the endless cycles of betrayal and pain that define the Forresters, Logans, and Spencers? Final thoughts. A week of calm before the storm. The week of November 10th to 14th on the bold and the beautiful feels like the calm before a cataclysm. Hope and Steffy's uneasy alliance might mark the beginning of something new, or the setup for their next epic clash. Deacon and Taylor's emotional dance could ignite a scandal that destroys multiple marriages, and Luna Nozawa's unraveling mental state could turn the Spencer Forrester world upside down.